Hello YouTube, this is We All Juggle Knives and Lights with a review of the Klarus Mi7. Now this light can run on one AA battery, but it'll be brighter if you put a 14500 battery in it, in which case it will be 700 lumens maximum. From the off position, if you long press it, you get moonlight. That is the moonlight mode. It is quite low for reading. Alright, now, if you just press it normally, it'll go to the highest mode. There you go. That is the 700. It's pretty bright. If you press it again, it'll go to medium. And press it again and it will turn off. It also has strobe and SOS. Okay, from the on, if you double tap, you get strobe. That's the strobe. If you double tap again, you get the SOS mode. All right, and if you, from off, if you triple tap, you get the battery indicator. It flashed 3 times, which means that it's above 70% of battery charge remaining. Now this has an automatic step down feature to protect it from overheating. It will step down after 3 minutes in the highest mode. It will also step down if the battery goes below a certain voltage. And that's to protect the battery from permanently dying. Alright, to install the battery, you just unscrew the head assembly, or you could think of it as unscrewing the tail assembly, I suppose, but basically, the light comes apart, and unlike many lights, the tail cap doesn't have a tail cap that unscrews. You just unscrew the whole body from the head of the light, and this is the battery it comes with. This is a lithium-ion 14500 battery. It's a pretty high-quality battery. However, it also came with this plain AA battery. Like I said, this can run on either a AA battery or the lithium-ion battery. It's going to be much brighter, about twice as bright with a lithium-ion type of battery. And of course, if you do use a normal AA, I would recommend an Eneloop battery. And this light is somewhat similar, tail standing, somewhat similar to this X-Tar WK41. Okay, let's do a little comparison between the beams on these. I can see that the Klarus has a more focused beam. If you notice, there's a little more scatter down the center with the X-Tar than with the Klarus. Okay, so it should have better range. Okay, here it is on the front steps in the highest mode, and this is not a voiceover, so you're going to hear all kinds of crappy night sounds, but just bear with it. Alright, this is the highest mode, pretty bright, and that is the medium mode. Brightest mode on the old testing board. That's pretty decent. I mean, 700 lumens. Alright, let's cycle through. That's the medium. Alright, strobe warning. Hold on. There's the strobe. As far as range, it's not a super long range light, but that bush is about as far away as a regular driveway is long. Okay, one more shot. This time I'm perched up in the second story window. Okay, so the range is pretty decent. It's not really optimized to be a very long thrower, but at the same time, that 700 lumens is going to give you some distance, just because after a certain point of brightness, it just increases the range. Okay, now this is the light at its highest setting with a AA battery. Okay, not the lithium-ion, this is with a AA Eneloop AA battery. That is extremely bright. Even with just the regular AA, this is brighter than 300. Alright, your average light that uses a AA battery is nowhere near 300, so this is really one of the big selling points of the light, the AA capability. Final thoughts on this Klarus Mi7. Well, it's definitely bright enough. I mean, 700 lumens is good for such a compact design, especially since it's primarily meant for short range. I like that they include that high quality lithium ion battery. If you were to buy that separately, it would be at least $6 for that battery alone. I like that it has a battery charge indicator built in. You know, that's a feature usually on high quality lights like this. And it's just a great bonus that it can also use a AA battery, and it's going to be over 300 lumens even with just a AA. And speaking of the battery, I like how streamlined they made this light. You know, sometimes you'll get a light that takes a 14500, but it'll be as bulky as a light that runs on an 18650. To me, that defeats the whole purpose of using the smaller battery in the first place. Okay, it's streamlined. They didn't make this any wider than they had to. I do think they should have included a pocket clip. You can even kind of see how they left room for a pocket clip, but then they didn't include one, so I mean maybe in the future they're planning to. But it came with a little lanyard, right, with a key ring instead. Okay, so that's what that looks like there. Alright, I could see that. I mean, I could definitely see that being viable for a keychain. Alright, so they give you that instead of a pocket clip. Overall, it's a very useful light. You know, a lot of people will choose a CR123 light, you know, for their short range EDC light. Other people will choose a AAA light. But if you choose a light that uses this type of battery, and really a lot of people standardize on AA's, so that's probably going to be a reason a lot of people pick this, because it can use a AA, but it's twice as bright with the 14500. So yeah, if you're cool with the battery, it is actually an excellent light. Alright, and I will include the appropriate links to the Klarus website and where you can pick one of these up. Alrighty there, YouTube. Well, this has been We All Juggle Knives and Lights. I hope you enjoyed seeing this Klarus. I'm out.